this computer. And hello again. I'm not going to introduce myself again, but what I am going to do is introduce my co-host, Stefania Bartolome, stylist, coming to us from the home of style in Italy.
Hello, ciao. This time I'm in Italy, seriously.
So, and with no hope of coming home to England ever. So we are very lucky.
I'll come back. I don't know when, but I'll come back.
Good, I'm glad to hear it. So, ladies, our objective today is to give you some of the best tips and hints for confidence, as we call it, confidence and style from the waist up, because all of us now are locked into doing those online meetings, right? We all thought we were all going to be, 2021, it's going to be different. Everything's going to be different. We're going to get together again in 2021. It's not happening anytime soon. Those online meetings are here to stay. So that's what we're going to look at. We're going to look at how we feel on those online meetings. We're going to look at how we look and how we can look and feel our best. Now, today, as you probably know, here in the UK is known as Blue Monday. How are we feeling? Are we feeling blue? Pop something in the chat box. Let me know how you're feeling. Feeling blue, feeling good? I'm getting a thumbs up from Sonia, so that's good. Thumbs up. And a laughter. Thumbs up followed by laughter. Is that sarcasm, Sonia? Oh, and then the party poppers. Look, there's every reason to feel good. There's every reason to. It's good to be exactly Balbia. We are here. We're going to have a fun webinar. That's what's good about today. Hi, Mandy. Welcome. Welcome.
Hello. I'm so sorry, ladies, for the delay. I do beg your pardon. Sorry.
Don't worry. Don't worry. But you know what? I read something recently. Blue is actually a very positive color in terms of like Indian psychology and Indian philosophy. Blue is the color, you probably know this, the fifth chakra. The chakras go up the spine from 7 up to 1. The fifth chakra is in the throat, and it is concerned with communication. So what a great color. So it's perfectly appropriate for today. And as you may have noticed, Stefania and I are reclaiming blue by wearing blue today. So, we've got a gentleman arriving as well. People are still coming in thick and fast. So this is very exciting. So we are reclaiming blue. As I say, it has a lot of positive associations, not just negative ones. And it's concerned with communication. And then I thought, Indian philosophy. I know what we could do to get ourselves in the mood. We could stay in India and we could do a little exercise. We could do a little, how are we feeling about a little laughter yoga exercise? Give me a thumbs up if that feels like, yeah, come on. Yeah, Liga's just put her hands down. Okay, that's good. I thought you were going no to that. So we're going to do a little laughter yoga. This also comes from India. And it's sort of invented by an Indian medical doctor about 25 years ago. And this doctor discovered that when we laugh, when we force laughter, and when we laugh naturally, our body and our brains cannot tell the difference. So as a comedian, I'm putting myself out of a job here. I'm putting myself out of a job by showing you that you can laugh without any help from me whatsoever. But we're going to do a little laughter yoga exercise. Everybody ready? Okay, right. The first laughter yoga, like normal yoga, is concerned with the breath, with the body, and also with what's going on in our minds. So let's combine all of those into a little physical exercise. So we get our hands together and start clapping your hands. I can't see most of you, so I'm hoping you are clapping your hands. Clap your hands. And now start saying to yourself, Ha 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 ha. You will feel silly, but honestly, this works. Ha 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 ha. Now, move your hands to one side and go ho 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 ho. Now move your hands back to the other side and go ha 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 ha. Ho 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 ho. Ha 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 ha. Ho 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 ho. Ha 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 ha. Okay, we can stop. Okay, in the chat box, let me know if anybody has died during that exercise. Good, right? No, Mandy, you. What I'm kind of trying to prove by doing that exercise is that, you know, sometimes we feel really silly when we feel a lack of confidence. We feel that we're going to look silly, and the thing is, we can actually feel silly, look silly, do silly things, but at the end of it, we're actually okay. We're okay, we're good. And actually, if you keep doing laughter yoga exercise, you can actually feel very, very energized. I'm going to do one more exercise before we get into the main thing. Now, what have we been doing lots of over the last 10 months? What we've been doing is sanitizing our hands. So what I want you to do is start sanitizing your hands. Keep sanitizing your hands and laugh as you sanitize your hands. Some of you aren't laughing out loud. Some of you are laughing inwardly. Get it out. Get it all out. Laugh as you sanitize your hands. Okay, now the energy is flowing. The energy is flowing. And if anybody's husband is in the room and is wondering what you're doing because you're wearing headphones, I apologize. But there you go. So now we're feeling energetic. We've done something silly. And it's good. We're all feeling okay. Helen says she feels like a Bond villain. That rather depends on the kind of laughter you're doing. But if you want to do the ha 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 kind of laughter, that's okay too. There are different kinds of laughter you can do, and that is actually part of the exercise, to do mean laughter, to do laughter like a little child, laughter like an old person. There's all kinds of different laughters you can do. So let's talk about confidence in a more general sense. You probably know that 73% of us hate speaking in public. If you are one of the 73%, give me a high five, give me a little burst of something on your, if you're one of the 73%. And you know what? Yeah, Helen, you're a comedian. I actually think there's some positive news in there. Let me explain this to you. 73% of us hate public speaking. Getting better at talking in public. Good, Mandy. Good, Mandy. You're coming out of the 73%. 10% of us love it. 10% of us can't do it enough. Give us a stage and we will speak. We love it. The same thing almost motivates both the 73 and the 10. Which is a desire to get it right, a desire to get it right, to actually make something good, to not look silly, but also to create something wonderful that is actually going to help people and is going to make us feel good about ourselves. They are the same things. I understand that Liga's saying that she likes it, but she gets anxious. And the reason you get anxious is because you want to get it right. And that's a really positive thing. That means that whatever we are sharing is a really good thing. Now, 73% hate it, 10% love it. Add that up, that means 83%. 17% of people don't care whether they stand on stage or they're in a meeting or they're doing comedy or whatever. They don't care. They really have no investment in it whatsoever. I don't know about you. I don't want to hear something told to me by somebody who doesn't care, who has no anxiety about getting it right, because what that means is that they're not invested in it and they're not invested in me getting the best deal from it. So if you're in the 73%, that's a good thing, because what we can do is we can use certain techniques and tactics to help us feel a bit more confident, look a bit more confident, even if we don't feel it. And eventually, you know what, if you fake it enough, it looks fine. You'll look fine. You actually will become more confident. The main thing to remember is that it doesn't have to be perfect. And if you're in an online meeting, right, all kinds of things can happen around you. But in any context, when you're presenting, when you're speaking, you don't have to be perfect. I want to show you something. I want to demonstrate this to you with something. This is a picture. Lots of people say they like the pictures behind me. And here we have, this is a picture that I bought many years ago in China, and I bought it from the artist. And as you can see, it's rather beautiful. And what he did with this beautiful, perfect picture of a flower was he painted in the imperfection. I don't know if you can see that. And I was so impressed that he painted the imperfection, but still created something so utterly beautiful that obviously I bought it and carried it all the way home from China. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it can still be amazing. So that's what you need to take away from this today. Don't worry about being perfect in any context, in standing on stage, in an online meeting. It doesn't matter. You losing me every so often, and that's a shame. I'm going to text my husband right now and say, get off the computer. You see what I mean? Sometimes things go wrong and oh, he's already switched off. So there we go. Good. Okay. So, right. So we should be getting a better signal now. Okay. So we don't have to be perfect. Isn't that wonderful? Great. The other great thing about doing an online meeting or an online presentation, whether you're on Zoom or you're on Teams or you're on Skype or whatever it is that generally you've been told when it's going to happen. So you have it in your diary, you have time to prepare. You are in your environment. It's changing your mindset from, oh, I'm home on my own to, haha, I'm at home in a place I feel most comfortable and I have control over the environment. So you can sit where you like. You can sit where you've got lovely pictures behind you. You can, if you've got your green screen, get your nice background behind you. Yeah, some people don't have a green screen. That's fine. You can actually create one by just putting loads of green paper on the wall. I personally hate Zoom backgrounds that aren't on green screen, because when you move your arm, then it just looks weird. Or if you pick up a cup of tea, it looks very odd indeed. So unless you have a green screen, I would say don't put in a funny background or a nice background. I just find a place where I feel comfortable and I sit there, and this is my environment and I'm in control of my environment. I'm enjoying myself. I have here, I have my scented candle. I also have, you can't see this. Oh, I've frozen again. I have my scented candle. I'm going to hold up my scented candle again because I think I froze during my scented candle bit. I also have my guardian angel. I have my little guardian angel that somebody gave me as a present when I decided to set up as a freelancer. So I have all of those things around me. I've got my clipboard, I've got my music, which I have. So I have control over the environment in a way I wouldn't have in the office. So that's a really, really good thing. You know, you can be wearing your pajamas, although we don't encourage it. Am I right, Stefania? We don't encourage it, which Stefania will talk about.
We get there soon.
Yeah, slowly. Now, you're in your environment and you want to come across as well as possible. So what we have to be is physically comfortable. So here I'm sitting on a very hard chair. I'm not sitting on an office chair because I'm now quite posture conscious. So sit up. So what we need to do is sit up and open our chest. Yeah, everybody's doing it now. They open up your chest, because that actually helps you, and it helps you to breathe. Because remember, with laughter, I told you with laughter yoga, we need to do is be breathing well, breathing rhythmically, breathing slowly, because this also helps us to be more confident. So if we're sitting in a chair, which helps us to open up, if we're slouched, this is a very bad thing. So open up. Sit up straight. I sound like your mother now. Sit up straight. Come on. What you should also do, and this is something I advise when I teach public speaking to people who are on stage, is make sure that your feet are solid on the floor, even if you're sitting down. If your feet don't reach the floor, I would recommend getting a footrest or some books or something so that you are grounded. You know, when we talk about, we say use the word grounded, actually with your feet on the floor, because that helps to keep you still, and we're going to want to be still. And it also makes us feel more comfortable. I think if your feet are waving around, I'm doing it now, my legs start to feel uncomfortable, my muscles contract. And if your muscles contract, then you start to breathe strangely, you know, you can start to sort of catch your breath. So what we do is keep your feet on the floor, keep an open stance, although we're not standing, but you know what I mean, keep an open position. So we've controlled our environment, now we're controlling how we sit. The next thing to do is to control how we speak. What should we be doing? We should be taking it slow. This is what I call the 3 powers of public speaking. And this is relevant to meetings. This is relevant to any situation in which you're speaking. Just speak slowly. I'm quite conscious now of speaking slowly because that's what I'm telling you about. When we read books, we read 400 words a minute. When we speak in normal life, we speak around 150 words a minute. For public speaking purposes, my view is we should speak between 100 to 120 words a minute. If you think, oh, well, that sounds really slow compared to normal speech, remember 120 words a minute is still 2 words a second. That's a lot of words. And if you are doing a 5-minute presentation, you can actually calculate that in terms of number of words. So when you come to prepare what you're saying, take it slowly, take deep breaths before you speak, speak more slowly than normal. And you won't sound like a Duracell bunny whose batteries are going down. You will sound like you're in charge, you're in control because you're breathing. You won't be constantly trying to catch your breath, and your mouth won't be trying to catch up with your brain. The advantage of doing that is there are fewer, you know, basically, well, like, you know, we don't use the filler words. When we speak slowly, we don't use filler words because our mouth and our brain are working more or less at the same speed. We use filler words so that we can catch up with ourselves. As I say, you don't have to be perfect. The odd and nobody is going to die. Yeah, the odd well, you know, basically it's fine. But if your speech, if what you are saying, oh, I think I've cut out again. Okay, if what you're saying is peppered with you know what, it's not going to sound confident. But the odd 1 or 2 is fine. You know what I mean? You see, I just did an there, and that was just to show that even I get it wrong sometimes. So keep it slow. The other thing is to keep it still. And this is why the hard chair, sitting up straight is quite helpful. When I say still, I mean not doing this all the time, yeah? You can use your arms. I use my arms for emphasis, my hands for emphasis all the time. Just be careful when you're in an online meeting that you don't do this, because then your hands look enormous compared to the rest of you. So keep as still as possible here, yeah, in your core, but it's fine to use your hands and your arms for emphasis. Don't jig about. Yeah, keep your feet on the floor, and that will keep your core straight. The other power, so we've talked about the power of slow, the power of still. The other power is the power of the smile. And especially in these online meetings, in these little squares, your facial expressions deliver so much. We all know that body language conveys maybe as much as 90% of the message that we want to say. And that's hard when you can only see us from here up. So that means that more than ever, we're going to need to use our faces to convey the message. In fact, so often now, all you can see of us is here. If we go to a shop and start talking to somebody, all you can see is the eyes. And so the eyes need to convey so much. So use your face, use your expressions. They're real connectors. I'm looking in the camera now. If we were all switched on camera wise and we were on gallery view, I would tend to be looking around, and that's fine to do as well, because even in a online meeting, everybody wants to feel that they're included. So I think it's fine to look around the room. But if you're presenting, then look straight in the camera. In terms of preparing to do all of those things before you start your presentation, before you speak up in a meeting, before you go to the meeting, do you know what? Just be nice to yourself. Be nice to yourself. Change your thinking. Instead of an online meeting, it's like, okay, this is an online meeting. This is an opportunity for me to shine. The things we say to ourselves, the things we say to ourselves in our heads are the things that stay with us. So if we keep saying to ourselves, oh, an online meeting, we think that without even saying it, it becomes an unconscious thought. But if we say to ourselves, aha, an online meeting, an opportunity to shine. If you want to look up some affirmations or say those words that you know will make you feel more confident. People do this in front of the mirror in the morning. Today is going to be a good day. I am going to achieve something today. Say the words that you know will make you feel better about yourself. Think about it like this. Never say anything to yourself that you wouldn't say to your best friend. So if your best friend messaged you and went, oh, online meeting, oh, how am I going to cope? Think of yourself as your best friend and say, what would I say to my best friend who's feeling nervous and thinks they won't cope in an online meeting? Self-talk is so important. In fact, I was reading an article about it only the other day in The Guardian, and I'll link this when we send you an email afterwards. I'll link the article. It's really interesting. And the other thing the guy said in this article was also about having your little talismans with you, like your guardian angel. Some people have crystals and rocks. Whatever it is that makes you feel happy doing what you're doing, even though you're online, you're on your own, whatever makes you feel good. If it's a bit of laughter yoga beforehand, I play music. I do what I call zoning, where when I'm giving a presentation or even though I'm standing up or doing a show, often just before I forget about the words I'm going to say and I think about how I'm feeling. Because if I'm feeling good, the words will come. And if I get the words wrong, I'm in a confident place that it doesn't matter so much. So I often play, I have a playlist that I created. And I created this playlist before I did my first Edinburgh show. And it's supposed to be called pre-gig upbeats, but the spell check didn't like pre-gig, so it called it prestigious. So now I've got this playlist that's called prestigious upbeat music, and that keeps, and I play that before gigs, before things like this, play a little music, dance like nobody is watching if that gets you in the zone. So general top tips before you enter any meeting online. You can use these tips face to face as well. Forget about being perfect. Be the best you can be. And it'll be imperfect, and that's fine. But you know what? As I always say, try it the first time. It'll get better the second time, the third time, the fourth time. People want to hear you. As Dr. Seuss said, nobody on earth is youer than you. So just be you with all the little imperfections and, you know, the little breakages like in the flower that is. You have something to say. This, I think, is so important to say, especially when we're in meetings. There's always somebody who speaks more than everybody else. How am I going to interrupt that person? I don't have anything to say. Maybe they've got something more important. You have something to say. Don't worry about it. You have something to say. Click on a button that puts your hand up that says, I want to say something. If you don't have anything to say, then don't say anything. Somebody taught me recently a really good acronym. It might have been Balbir, actually, who's here today. It was somebody. And the acronym is WAIT, W-A-I-T. Why am I talking? Some people talk without actually asking themselves that question. They're talking to fill time. Don't be that person. Talk because you want something to be better after you spoke than it was before, and you have something to say. It's fine to use notes. Online meetings are the best thing ever. I've got notes and you can't see them because they're not within camera shots. Yay! I put them there next to my screen. You can put notes to the left or to the right of your camera and nobody knows you're using them. I actually went to a presentation last week, an online presentation where somebody was using their notes here and read them like this. And their notes included, hello, my name is, and I am here to talk. Seriously, you don't need notes for those things. Just use notes sparingly, use keywords to talk about the things you need to talk about. You don't need notes to know what your name is. We forget sometimes when we're nervous that we actually know quite a lot of stuff. And that includes our names. So it's fine to use notes. It's fine to write things in advance. It's excellent to be prepared, okay? So, quick summary, sit up straight, keep it slow, be yourself, be still, be animated, smile. Don't forget you have something to say, something worth hearing, and something that will actually benefit somebody else. So that's me. I talked a lot, didn't I? So maybe I should have asked myself the weight question. But I hope you got something from that. So that, for me, is all about confidence when you speak. Right. Now, I'm going to hand over to the wonderful Stefania. And I know this is the bit you've been waiting for. This is the bit about style. So, Stefania, you have the floor. You can share your screen. Tell us about online style.
It's all right, I'll be going.
Yes. Can you switch off the mic, ladies? Because we can.
Yeah, I've just muted everybody.
Maybe you can mute, yeah.
Yeah, except you. Mm-hmm.
So first of all, I didn't introduce myself before. So for who doesn't know me, my name is Stefania, and I am an Italian, usually London-based style coach. Not now, but usually. And I love helping people refine their image to enhance their success. And I'm not using notes to say this. Because I told it so many times that I now remember it. But you know what, Mel, this is not the first time that we work together. And while you were speaking, I took notes. Seriously, I took notes. There is always something to learn from you. And I've learned a lot. I have improved a lot. And I've learned that you need to be prepared. Once you are prepared, you might need the notes to feel more confident, true, but you don't need them too much. At the same time, I'm cheating on you because I'm using slides this evening. So first of all, before sharing my screen, I just wanted to say why, what's the reason behind this talk from my side? Well, the thing is, we all know we are going online, we have all these online meetings, and what happens is lots of contacts and clients and friends really told me they are feeling so bored about their wardrobe, about their clothes. They don't know what to wear anymore. But at the same time, they don't want to invest in new clothes because, you know, they can't get out. And I tell you this, there are lots of things that we can do to update our tops. And I want to focus this evening on one single item, but in multiple ways. And so accessories, this is the item. And I want to show you some ideas. So I hope I can inspire you and bring you motivation and new fun in your wardrobe without necessarily buying new clothes. All right, so I'm gonna share my screen. And all right. Can you see the screen? All right. So, as I was saying, I believe accessories can be your investment pieces for the upcoming months. And that can really help you to refresh your looks and your tops. And with accessories, I mean jewelry, like necklaces and earrings, or everything that goes close to your face, but also scarves, headbands, and you can really have fun to mix and match them with your tops in different ways. And I'm gonna show you some ideas. All right. So my first idea is to use headbands. First of all, they are a big fashion trend. So you can find nowadays lots of different styles. I'm here to show you some ideas in different styles. There are more precious one, more plain one, in different colors and shapes. You can really have fun. And they are really easy to wear because they can really go basically with everything. The biggest tip that I give you is to make sure that the colors work well with your tops. But apart from that, they are really easy to wear. The second accessory is scarves. Now, usually we wear scarves to go outside, I know, but nowadays we can wear scarves in many different ways. So we can wear it in the classic way around our necks, but also in our head as a turban or as a headband. Or, as you can see in this last picture here, this is really trendy, we can wear it over our top, over one of our shoulder, and hang it with a belt. Even if people are not going to see the belt, but you are going to really give a different look, a totally different look to your top. So you can have fun and you can wear it over a top, over a blazer if you wear blazers. So this is something you can really have fun with. And when it's about scarves, I personally love wearing colorful scarves. But when you wear colorful scarves, my tip is to match it with a plain top. Whilst if you prefer to wear printed tops, colorful tops, maybe it's better to go for plain colors with your scarves. And it's a very important point. That's because when you talk into a camera, you want to grab people's attention, it's true, but you want people to focus on what you have to say, and you don't want to overwhelm them with too many colors and details. So be very careful with this. The third idea is to wear jewelry, and I'm gonna show you some ideas with earrings now. Obviously, there are so many styles when it's about jewelry. So the main choice is about your personality, is about your taste, what you like. So here I'm gonna show you some pictures and photos of my own accessories, but there are some ideas for you. The first tip that I give you is to match your earrings and your tops with for colors. So make sure they work well together. And if you like multicolored earrings, it's completely fine. Just probably it's better to wear them with a plain top, so with a plain color. While if you wear a printed top, it's better to go for metal earrings or monochromatic earrings. Once again, because you don't want to be overwhelmed with details and colors. And these are just some examples. One tip that I want to share with you, if you feel stuck, if you have no ideas about how to wear your jewelry and your tops, just go online. Even Pinterest is a great tool to find inspiration. So you can find lots of ideas. And as you can see, there are so many different styles. You can really have fun with your earrings. And the other piece of jewelry that we can wear for our online meetings is necklaces. But when it's about necklaces, it can be a bit more tricky because also the top and the neckline that we wear affects the choice of the necklace. So it's a bit more complicated, but I wanted to show you some examples. So I picked a couple of necklines that are quite classic. So the most used, let's say, a shirt collar with some options. So what kind of necklace can we wear with a shirt? I personally like fine pendants, like in the first photo with the open neck, or you can wear a string of pearls or beads, as you like, in colors or in metal, with the neck both either closed or open. And I also like chains, which are also a very big trend of the year. So this year you're going to find chains in different sizes, in different colors, either for your necklaces and also earrings. So if you like the idea of wearing something a bit bolder, it's your chains. And the other example is crew necks, but also high necks work the same. Because the neckline is very simple, you can dare a bit more and wear many different styles of necklaces. So they, in a way, they are more simple, but they give you the chance to play a bit more with your jewelry. My third tip, once again, is to try to keep it simple. So if you have a detailed top, which is fine. So if you have frills and fringes and pleats, just try to keep it simple with your accessories, because once again, first of all, you might just lose the details. So if you wear a necklace on a top like that, maybe you just don't see it. And second, you don't want to have too much for the same reason as before. You want people to focus on you and what you have to say and not on what you're wearing. You don't want people to remember you for what you are wearing. And here again, just a gallery of images of different styles, which are very on trend. So again, use Pinterest, find inspiration if you feel stuck, and you can find lots of different ideas. One question that I'm asked very often is this: can we wear more accessories together in one outfit? And obviously we can. Once again, the important is not to be overwhelmed. So I'm showing you here some winning combinations. So if, for example, if you like the idea of wearing a headband, it is ideal to do it with a fine jewelry, or maybe you can just choose one piece, like one earring, earrings or a necklace. And also you can wear scarf and earrings is another good solution. And also necklace and earrings, but once again, be careful that they work well together and that they are not overwhelming. Another consideration to do, if you are wearing glasses like me, just take them into account when you choose your accessories. So for example, if you have a fine frame like this, you have a bit more freedom. But if you wear a bold frame, maybe in bright colors, that can be a bit more challenging. Now, key elements to help you choose your accessories are your personality, your facial features, and your colors. Your personality is what drives you instinctively to choose your jewelry and your accessories, as well as your clothes. There's very little I can do for that. It's just about what you like instinctively. But there are some, styling can help you understand what are your facial features and your colors and help you choose the accessories that work best for you. So, I don't know if you have any questions so far. Anyone? No? Okay. So I go on. Color is a very complicated topic. So if some of you had a color analysis before, you know what I'm talking about here. If you didn't, it might be a bit difficult to understand. But I hope to give you some knowledge here, so some to help you understand how to choose your best accessories and your best colors. So one of the services that I offer, that I provide, is the color analysis. And it is based on 3 main values. So the colors are classified depending on these 3 values. The saturation, so color can be bright or soft. The hue, so colors can be light or dark. And the temperature, so the colors can be cool or warm. And obviously, what our best colors are, and so what our features are, depends on the mix of these 3 values in ourselves. So I just show you some celebrities to show you the difference in a person, okay? So here you have Cameron Diaz, who has very, very bright colors naturally, and Drew Barrymore, I was forgetting her name, who instead has very soft coloring, so soft contrast and very soft coloring. So obviously, if you have like Cameron Diaz, very bright coloring, bright colors might be best for you. If you have soft colors, you should go for softer colors, okay? Because if you wear bright colors, they can be just a bit too strong for you and also overwhelm you through a screen. While it's easy to understand light versus dark, and when it's about a person, a physical feature, these are 2 very clear examples. When you have like a fair skin, light eyes, and light hair, your colors are light. Whilst if you have dark hair and dark eyes, dark eyebrows, even if you have fair skin, your colors are deeper. So obviously, if you have very light coloring, light colors might suit you best. If you have very dark colors, probably dark colors suit you best. And finally, we have the temperature, which is probably the most difficult to understand. Now, it's really difficult because it depends on the skin tone, it depends on the color of the eyes, on the shades of the hair, and also some image consultants still get it wrong. You really need a very trained eye to understand your temperature. But in some cases, for example, people with ginger hair, 99% of them have naturally warm features. So for some people, it might be really easy to understand the temperature. Now, what you can do by yourself is to look into the mirror and try to be very analytic and ask yourself, do I have bright or soft coloring? Do I have light or dark colors? Do I think I have cool or warm features? And if you can understand even just one of these values, this can help you choose your colors in everything, from makeup, from clothes, from jewelry. So I hope this helps you. And another question that I'm asked very often is, what about wearing prints on Zoom? I can see around some competitors saying, you should wear bold prints because you want to stand out. Well, it's true, if you wear a bold print, you surely stand out. But as I was saying before, do you want to be remembered for what you wear, or you want to be remembered for who you are and what you say? So I'm totally fine with wearing prints. It's okay. I wear them for online meetings. But you should be careful what kind of prints to wear, okay? So one thing to avoid for sure is too brighter colors, because they can really be overwhelming. Another thing to be careful of is high contrast. The best example is black and white. So you have a very high contrast. And what happens is that in the screen, these 2 colors will fight for the predominance, and they will grab the audience attention. So I advise you to avoid wearing black and white prints, especially if they are bold prints, so big patterns. And also, generally speaking, bold patterns can distract the audience. So be careful. Okay, the third thing that can help you understand how to choose your accessories is your facial feature. Now, understanding your facial feature can help you with many things, from your hairstyle So you can understand if your hair can be sharper or softer, and also where to add details and volume. And this can also help you to understand the jewelry style, angular, curvilinear, or interjacent, and also the size and proportions that work best for you. And understanding your facial feature can also be good if you wear glasses, to understand the style of your glasses. I don't want to talk too much about this because it's another very complicated topic, but as you can see, there are different facial face shapes, and yeah, it might be difficult to understand it yourself. Obviously, I can, as a personal stylist, I can help you understand all of these, from your colors to your face shape to your body shape and also your personal style. So obviously at the moment everything is online, but I hope that in just a few months we'll be able to meet face to face again. So I have a special offer for you, which probably I'm gonna give in detail in the email we'll send later on. But just to let you know, I'm happy to apply a 20% discount on my face-to-face session and a 10% on the online session. And that's it from me.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Stefania. And I was making notes. I was making notes there. So I've made notes now. So thank you very much. That was really interesting. Has anybody any questions? And it all goes quiet now, but we've had a lot of nice comments. So we've had lots of nice comments. So people have really enjoyed the session. So that's good. I hope you've all got something out of it. And, you know, we hope to see you all again if you have any questions or whatever. I know some of you I will see again. Helen, I will see on Sunday, because we're doing some comedy together. And, you know, please feel free to throw questions our way. And just remember, you know, it doesn't matter if you don't quite get it right. I mean, I think you would you agree with that, Stefania? It doesn't matter if it's not perfect.
I've lost you.
Oh, no, I was just saying, I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, right? Even your style doesn't have to be perfect.
No, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I always say
I had one question, because
yes.
you were talking, you mentioned personality. To what extent can you allow your personality to dictate your choices?
So when someone is not conscious about their body shape and again, the technical part of styling, everything is dictated by personality. So I guess when people come to me is because they realize their personality is not enough, or anyway is driving them through some wrong choices. So when they ask my help, I don't tell them this is wrong. I try to understand how to mix their personality with their, you know, physical features. So it's my job is more analytic in a way. So I tell them these are the shapes that suit you best, these are the colors that suit you best, and this is you know, eye-opener to people. So once they understand this, they instinctively change, you know, their choices, but their personality is still there.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Pretty's asked a question: how should we take the background into account? You know, the background that we have.
Is it? Oh, my light.
Mm-hmm.
Is it for me the question, or for you,
yeah.
Mel? It's for me.
Yeah, I think it's for you, definitely.
All right, good question. So I agree with Mel. I don't like virtual backgrounds, for example, but I see many people using it. So I see when people use their logo, but once again, maybe if you don't have too many colors in your logo, or if you have one brand color, that can be a good idea to wear. In my case, it wouldn't work because my brand is black and white. So, you know, but I've seen some people, for example, that have orange and purple, and they choose one of the two colors, and it works, you know, it's a plain color on the background and is their brand, so it can work. Apart from that, I think it's better to have a white wall, maybe some detail. I don't have it now because I'm not in my place, but like at home I have now 3 like prints, stylish prints, so people can understand that I am a stylist even before I start speaking. Or with Mel, you can understand she's a person of culture because she has books behind, she has posters. Yeah, I think this is what I think. But I think the background is really tricky, isn't it? Because lots of people are using these beaches or I don't know, mountains or gardens, but I think it's not really, I don't know, it's not really brand correctly.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think it's better to reflect yourself. And this is my dining room. It has a poster. It has nice painting usually up there. So I agree. Balbir has asked actually a very good question, and Danielle has chipped as well. What if we don't have good lighting? What if you haven't got the nice ring light? Does that affect your choice of color and style?
I know. I think I can tell you what is probably the worst. Okay, so the worst is, for example, choosing white and black are the worst option. White can be like blending, too too bright, and black can be just too dark. So once again, I think when you understand what your features are, and if you choose any colors that is really like an active color, I mean, can be a red, can be a pink. I would like to say green, but it's not a good color to wear online, green. Or it can be a light blue or a purple. So every color that is an active color, even if you don't have a perfect lighting, I think is good.
Great, thank you very much. Well, I think it's time to wrap it up.
Sorry, Mandy was asking, how long does the styling take? No, it was just before Bal. So the styling in person is 3 hours. The styling online is 1 hour.
Okay, I hope that's of help. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you to Stefania for coming in from Italy, because it's 9 o'clock in Italy now.
It's a long way.
And thank you to all of you, because I know you've come from around the country. As I say, we've got Newcastle, we've got Bradford, we've got, I don't know, all kinds of, and there's people in Buckinghamshire and Hertfordshire and all lovely places like that. And it's been an absolute pleasure to share with you. We'll write to you tomorrow with some follow-up, the recording and so on. Keep in touch. Stefania has given you her offer. I also do power hours. I'll put those in the email. And, get out there, be confident and be stylish, right, Stefania? Yeah. Southern California. We had Southern California on the line.
Oh, no.
Wow, Nina. You have come from further than anybody else. And we're very, very pleased to have you. So thank you all. Thank you all. And we'll see you all again, I hope, very soon. Take care, everybody. Have a great week.
Bye, everyone. Bye. Thank you.